Hello, hello. Welcome to the next episode of the Monstrosity. If you missed the first one, we're playing phase 10. I managed to read 7 books in the last episode, but we're using the phase 10 cards if I can turn them correctly for you, and let's see where we are. I'm going on this side because this is the side of the board that I'm on. I messed up and I'm right here after I read Journey's End at the end of the last episode. So now we're kicking off this episode. I've already shuffled. I know there's a 2 on the bottom, so I'm going to do some wiggling around. Not that that matters. I'm not pulling from the bottom of the deck, but I did want to get things mixed up a little bit more. Wow, I promise I know how to shuffle cards. Anyway, here we go. First draw of this round, a 3. That means we're starting out all 3 prompts. Wow. Okay. Let me go look at our rules. A 3 says do all 3 prompts. Okay. I just wanted to make absolutely certain. So we have a random number, a 50 before 50, and the lowest rated over there. Wow. So here are the books that we're choosing from. First of all, I have a lot of 50 before 50s, so I'm probably going to leave that one blank. But I do need to do a random number. So I'm going to just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 over here. And I'll probably do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just so I can keep it straight. And then that means Martha Wells is going to be number 6. And I'm going to count like this. Okay. Okay. There are 33. So let's do a random number generator between 1 and 33. Here we go. 31. Okay. So that's 33, 32. The Broken Eye by Brent Weeks is what we're starting out with. Wow. Every secret holds a truth. That is really good, actually, because that's one of the books that I already have checked out from Libby. So it will be nice to just go straight into that one. So after that, I get to pick one of my 50 before 50 books. And so let me see the options. I have the Lexi Blake and the Honey Phillips and the Spy Family. Actually, all of these over here are all 50 before 50 books. I have Network Effect, Reese Bowen, this one. Wow, I have a lot. 8. It looks like I have 16 of my options out of now 32 books. 16 of them are on my 50 before 50. So if I can't decide, maybe after reading this super fantasy, I'm probably just going to pick one of these easy romances. So we'll see how I feel, how much time I have. I'll either do Frantor, which has to be read on my Kindle, or I'll do, I think it's called Perfectly Paired. I can't see the name of it, but I think that's it, from Lexi Blake, which is just an easy romance. I could also choose... Let me get out of the way. I could choose Chew right here, which is a graphic novel on my Kindle as well. It'll be easy, and it's a 50 before 50. So I might do that as well. I could choose the Spy Family graphic novel or manga that I have left to go as well. So I don't know. We'll get there. First, though, Broken Eye. Let me copy it and get it over here on our game board. You got to be way smaller than that, babe. It's very fall-y anyway on it, so I like it. But that's our random number book. By the time this is over, we will have done 5 in a row because we did the King Lear. I got a 1 last time, so we did 1. We moved forward 1, and now we're moving forward 3 more 1 at a time. So we're going to have 5 books in a row over here. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see how long it takes us to finish the Broken Eye, and that is where I will check back in, probably when I'm halfway through or so, unless something really happens and I'm like, what? And then I'll check in. Okay, so for you guys, it just happened that I just drew this 3. For me, it's been a hot second because it's taken me a really, really long time to read the Broken Eye, but oh my gosh, it is so good. Like, slowing it down, and I know I said slowing it down, and I'm still reading at 2.0, 2 point speed, 2 times speed, whatever. But that to me is slow, and I am enjoying it so much more because when there's things building up to like suspenseful moments or building up to reveals, like I even knew what was coming at the end. Like I called it earlier in the book only because I wanted it to be true, and it ended up being true. And as it got to that point, I was like giddy with excitement because of what was coming. I'm just saying this. If you like Brandon Sanderson and like interesting magic systems, I really think you would like Brent Weeks, especially this series. So the Lightbringer series. Anyway, oh my gosh, it's so good and I cannot wait for what's coming next. But I do need a break, or I did need a break while I was reading this one. And as you can see over here, I got that one. And then one of my 50 before 50 books was next. And then the lowest rated book is next. So I was reading The Viper at the same time that I was reading The Broken Eye because I needed a break, right, from all the like heavy fantasy stuff. And so The Viper ended up being the book that I read at night before I went to sleep because it was just short, and not short, but it was familiar to me because it's back in the J.R. Ward world where I live and love. So these are the books that are left. I know I'm covering up a lot of those. Let me move. Okay, these are the books that are left. The problem is figuring out which one of these is the lowest rated. So I'm going to take a little time to do that, and I will check back in with y'all when I find out what the lowest rated book is, and that's what I'll be reading next. Oh, I will say this about The Viper by J.R. Ward. It's part of the prison camp like connection series, and we meet a couple of people in the prison camp that I think her brand new book that either just came out or just got announced that's coming out is about the couple that we met in this book, The Viper. So I do still have a few more books of hers to read to get caught up, but I'm getting there. I'm really close. Okay, jumping in here really quickly to fill in some clips. So I had to take my computer to the computer doctor and I had filmed clips about 2 books, and then y'all missed them because they're still on that computer that's at the computer doctor, computer hospital, whatever. My computer's being fixed, which is why I'm on my laptop. And so right after I left you, I was talking about The Viper and Broken Eye by Brent Weeks. And then I had to read the lowest rated book. And the lowest rated book is A Girl's Guide to Missiles. It's something about growing up in America's secret desert. Anyway, there was a base in the desert where they did classified things and secret things. And she lived there in the 70s and 80s. When she was like 9 or 10, they moved there. So her dad was hired to go work at this place. And then they were like, how do we get more scientists to come? Oh, we need to give their spouses jobs. Well, her mom was really good at math. So her mom ended up doing like Tomahawk missile things. And then her older sister started working there when she was in high school. And then the girl that's telling the story, that's writing the book, she started working there when she was in high school. And when you go, like if you go to college and you come back for the summer and you're like, I'm going to work at the base for the summer, you would show up and you would have an envelope that told you whether you were dealing with classified or top secret stuff. And that was it. It was in a little envelope that said, here's your top secret clearance. Don't tell anybody. Like just the things that have changed is really funny to me. But anyway, it was very interesting to me. I really liked it. I know it's the lowest rated on my list, but I thought it was good and interesting. And maybe it's just because I'm like tangentially related to some of those things that it felt familiar in a lot of ways. Anyway, that was the lowest rated. And then the next one that I got was a 50 before 50 book. And I decided to read Ruse of Shadows, which is the next in the Lady Sherlock. It's also the latest one that just came out. So I'm going to send you to Amanda in the Past when I'm at my parents' house. We've been driving for 2 days and I have finally finished A Ruse of Shadows. So I'm going to send you back there to check in with that. And that's where we're going to end this one. Okay, we're at my parents' house in case you wondered why it looks different. Anyway, I don't have my Canva board in front of you to show you, but I finished A Ruse of Shadows and it was so good. The really good part is I am completely caught up with that series, Lady Sherlock. And so I am just waiting for the next book to come out, but I'm completely caught up. I really like where we are with Lady Sherlock and with Ash and everything that's going on with them. This one was told in a weird timeline situation, like back and forth, but I still really liked it. I thought that it was really well done. It was so great to be back with our characters and Lady Sherlock and all the characters that she plays. I just love it so much. Anyway, this is where I'm going to end this episode of The Monstrosity. My parents have phase 10 cards. So literally right now, when I close this out, I'm going to go back out there and my mama is going to draw my next card that I'm going to be doing for phase 10. And so we'll see where I'm going to go from there. But I'm going to have to pull it up on my phone and look at it there. So anyway, weird things are going to be happening because I'm going to have to use my phone to record, but that's okay. I'm excited about what's coming and I'm excited to play more of the Monstrosity. I also have a really good idea for a new game board that I'm planning on doing in January. Completely different and almost like a Clue where it has places that I can go and like phase out. That's not a word. Transport myself to another area. That's probably not the right word either, but whatever. I'm tired. I've been driving for 2 days. We finally got here and I'm so excited to be here and start the next round or the next episode of this Monstrosity. So that's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.